Today I will tell you a story, a real story, about how plants cleared my water and made algae go away in my crayfish lake. The lake is polluted by leaching of fertilizer from a landfill and from farmland. So yes, I have algae. One summer I had algae bloom with microcystis algae. First sign is always the same. Water turns turquoise green. Microcystis, they look like tiny green clumps. On the surface they look like green paint, and when they die, they almost suck out oxygen from the water. Fish and crayfish die. Crayfish even crawl out of the water, and no, it's not because they are having a party. It's because there's no oxygen in water. For almost 20 years, I tried to get rid of algae. I tried fish manipulation with pike to eat some of my many roach, which should lead to less algae in theory. Well, pike did in fact eat most of my roach, but the algae, no effect. I tried clams and anti-algae microbes and aluminium and barley straw. And aeration, nothing worked. My air pump does provide oxygen to deep water, so my crayfish, they are happy. But then I tried adding plants. 64 buckets of hornwort from a nearby village pond. Nothing happened that summer. In winter, I looked for hornwort on the bottom with my iPhone on a long stick, and there they were. Small shoots of hornwort, like squirrel tails, and shoots of curly-leaf pondweed. Next summer, then the plants came, and water cleared like magic. I took on my diving gear and went down for an underwater picnic. And here's what I saw. Here's hornwort. And here water moss or fundinalis. Here's water milfoil or myriophyllum. And here water pineapple. It keeps to the bottom if water is deep and clear. In shallow water, it grows on the surface. Here's the bottom with gravel and stone, how it looks without algae and algae sludge. And here's curly-leaf pondweed, almost like swimming in a kelp forest. So how do plants clear up water? Well, algae and plants grow after how much fertilizer is dissolved during the year. It's called the nutrient pool. In a normal pond, the phosphorus pool is around 1 gram per square meter. In winter, some of it is in the water and some in the mud. In spring and summer, plants grow and take up phosphorus from water and from the mud. By late summer, it's all taken up in plants. 1 gram phosphorus becomes 1 kilo plants. The water becomes clear with second dip 2 to 4 meters. But if no plants, algae grow instead. 1 gram phosphorus becomes 1 kilo algae. Water turns cloudy with second dip less than 1 meter. The algae sink to the bottom like brown snow and forms 1 to 2 centimeters algae sludge. If the pond is polluted, say with 10 grams phosphorus per square meter, then many algae appear. Water becomes green or brown. You cannot see through a glass of it. Second dip half a meter, sometimes only 20 centimeters. Then the water looks like cocoa milk. Plants cannot grow in such water. Algae shade them out, and even worse, dead algae stick to plants and make them wither. Plants cannot clear water in an algae pond. Algae kill them, and no other methods work either. There's only one solution: stop pollution and remove mud if possible. Then, and only then, you can try plants to clear the water. So this was my story about how I finally succeeded in getting rid of algae. Seeing plants work in real life was the biggest surprise in my 50 years as a biologist. They work so well that now I've lost faith in other water clearing and anti-algae methods. Before I end, here are some of my favorite water clearing plants. Water moss, or Fontinalis, has tiny triangular leaves along the stem. They grow best in shade and even grows in winter. Stonewort, or Cara, has branches like a horsetail. They smell of mud if you cross them between your fingers. They can make water crystal clear, but only tolerate low nutrient water. Hornwort's my favorite. It has also branches, but they do not smell of mud. They have no roots, so they are easy to remove. You can rake them up if you need. Water pineapple tolerates fertilizer. They can cover the entire pond. If you harvest them late summer, you remove the pond's nutrient pool, and then next summer you can try new plants to clear water and make algae go away. So thanks for watching. And here are some scenes from my crayfish lake.